right, let's do a brief audio and visual check. Make sure we kick things off here. There's first slow markets. You can see my left, your right. We got Coach Jay with us. Coach Jay, how are you doing, man?
Doing well, Dakota. Doing well. How are you, man?
Good. It's Monday. We got FOMC on Wednesday. We got Coach Hoop in the chat, and it's always a great day. You know, we're a trader. We got that trader life. These markets are never boring per se. Like we'll have some slow days, some slow moments in these markets. But then as everybody's seen, and we're talking about it, you know, the last 5 minutes, just headline, right? Headline hits, and everything changed. Everything changed. So let's go through it. As always, in the YouTube chat, there's our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything we go over is for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice. It's education only. And it's not signals class. I got the NASDAQ pulled up. I'm going to run through a rapid fire NASDAQ gold and maybe take a peek over at Bitcoin. And then we'll get into any trades. Stop me if you see anything, Coach Jay, and then I'll pass it on to you. After each one, if we are not seeing anything, if there's no trade setup, we always do some Q&A, review some trader stats, listen to some good music, and prepare for the trading overnight session, and of course the following day, especially with FOMC this week. I'm going to just jump into it. Daily chart, NASDAQ, not really much to look at. I'm going to be honest. Like, this is that level of resistance I talked about for a while now. We're there, and it's a level of resistance again. FOMC Wednesday, I think this market could be in a holding pattern. Tonight, we did see a nice bounce. All these dips have been buying opportunities. Shout out Michael Burry. Buy the freaking dip. And yeah, another opportunity. And we seen it at the last, yeah, we'll zoom in and we'll go over it. But we are seeing markets start to move a little bit tonight. It looks like this is an hourly chart, and we're seeing some movement. Tonight. I'm going to zoom into a 5-minute chart. There's not much analysis to go over as we've been kind of just consolidating. You know, this was that level of resistance we've been in for a while. We broke through it. Will that resistance become support? It's a little difficult to trade this past week, to be honest, on higher time frame. We're going in a rollover, that FOMC, the holidays, end of year. We have a lot going on the last 3 weeks, of the year. I'm not seeing too much. I mean, you could see, look at that. I didn't realize that was literally the last 5 minutes of the New York session. And,
the rally?
Yeah, 100 and that was basically 120 points. And we just broke out, got there. We ran into resistance, it looks like, tonight. And we're starting to sell off a little bit the last 5 minutes. Are you seeing anything on this, Coach Jay? I'll pass it off to you.
So looking at the NASDAQ on the 30-minute, I'm just going to start with the 30. We have about half of yesterday's range, or half of Monday's price action range, right here, 25,714. And so far, we see volume trading lower than that, right? VWAP's lower than that. So price tried to trade higher. We're kind of rejecting here. Maybe some downside into this 200 moving average, 25,675. And then we'll have to assess from there. But I agree with what you said, right? It's been kind of difficult trading the equity markets, especially if you're looking for breakouts. Over the last week and a half, maybe, we've been trading the same prices. Hogue and I do the opening call every morning, and we literally talk about the same prices. We've been talking about the same prices for the past 4 days, right? Yeah. Where the markets are extremely range bound on a higher time frame, maybe waiting for the Fed, kind of channeling upwards where we were not taking out prior day lows. But on the daily, today was the first day in, I think, 6 days we took out a prior day low. We didn't close below it, but maybe a little bit of weakness. But I think it's just weakness saying that, no one's eager to buy this directionally before the Fed meeting. So maybe we see a fall back into this range. But it's required some patience to trade the equities for sure.
Yeah, patience, man, patience. That's what I'm seeing in the equities. We'll get back to them. I'm going to jump over to the shiny gold. And just as you were saying, we've been talking about the same price for the past few days. I mean, same here on gold, right? We've been around these lower 4200s. We would get that nice bounce up to 4280s, level of resistance, reject off of it. But ultimately, over the past basically 5 days, we've stayed in this range down to 4200, up to 40. Like, it's weird. I mean, we're still seeing some volatility, but this is a daily chart on gold, and I'm going to be honest, I think possibly the same thing. Maybe gold can rotate back up near these highs, 4250s, before FOMC, still kind of just sitting on our hands waiting. I'm sure the entire market has that same feeling. It's like, let's consolidate. We're consolidate. Gold's done with rollover, but yeah, I mean, look at this on the hourly chart. We came down here to these 4200 and then again to 4205. Today, that was 4205 again. And the question, do we rotate right back up to these highs? These 4260s, 4250s, maybe at the minimum 42 upper 40s. That could be a possibility as we start to zoom in here. And we just play this what it is, and that's range. And until, of course, FOMC, that could throw things in one direction or the other. But I'm liking longs here on gold, to be honest. I mean, look at just the past day. This is major resistance. We're bumping up against the resistance right here. Maybe we start that breakout up towards these 4240s. I like longs on gold. I do. I'm actually going to get into a couple contracts right here. I
don't hate the longs here either. Maybe up to 37s, 38s, but I do like that.
Yeah, just as I was speaking, I was watching gold start to break, at least try and break into these session highs. But I am now long gold, 2 micros from 42.25.9, and I'd be willing to add to it. And yeah, I mean, that's just a really quick analysis, right? Testing these highs, breakout trade, and we are having these higher lows here. And sure enough, like that's what I would want to see on a breakout trade, higher lows, another test of the resistance. How many times will we test it? Obviously, on the on the other side of the coin, resistance could be a good short. What was resistance could be resistance again, but that's the point of a breakout trade. You're basically looking for it to break through that resistance, and then I'd be targeting these 40s, maybe an overnight. This trade in particularly, it'd be a quick scalp. Maybe we could get these 30s here. I'm not sure. I'm going to monitor it. This is small size, wide stops. I'll pass it off to you. What's your view on this gold?
Take a look at gold. So what I'm seeing here is 42.26 is a price we need to cover above. We need to trade above, I think, for some shorts to cover. I did get long during the New York session this morning around 42.07 in gold, but I had to take profits around these 42.20s because of the hesitation we're seeing here. So what I'm looking at right now, we talked about this during the At the Buzzer, the highest volume 30-minute candle from from yesterday, the high of that 42.25.80, the low was the low of the day, 42.04. If we see a 30-minute candle close above this, then I love this trade up to 42.50s. But you can see this 30-minute candle we rejected at this high once, twice, a couple of times if you consider it a zone. So there are some sellers up here. There was some big selling that came in here during the day. But if we close a 30-minute candle above 42.26, then I really do like this trade.
Yeah. And I love to be preemptive, chat. You know that. Everyone who's been following me and trading and learning, I like to get in before maybe, like you said, the breakout and close. That's the typical conversation between, risk reward and the probability, right? If you're getting in a little bit earlier, you might not have a high win percentage because you're not waiting for that confirmation, and then vice versa. It's always a balance, and we shall see. We're rejecting those upper 20s now, 26, 25. I mean, it's not very volatile. We'll see if I'm going to be adding to this. This is my live account, and before we keep going, let's make sure we get that hashtag slow markets in while everyone can, and then we'll review them throughout tonight. So if you're new here, shout out if you're new. Go ahead and hit that like button. But in the YouTube, there's my socials. There's a Twitterverse. Tag me tag me in it, whether it's a trade setup, your trade station, something fun that if I like it, we'll share it here live on air. And then, of course, my Instagram, where when I'm not on TopstepTV, that's where you'll see some updates. And yeah, hit that like. Hit that like. It's been a crazy month for me. I'm how about you, Jay?
Crazy month. Are we counting December?
You got a dog,
December,
man.
I did get a dog. I did get a dog. That's been pretty crazy. But as far as trading goes, I've been, I said it. I took about 2 weeks off of trading anything that had anything to do with real money. So I'm just getting back into it now. So we'll see. We'll see at the end of December if that break was worth it. I think it will be.
I would lean towards Usually a break is very, very helpful. For
sure.
your mindset, like reset. I'm gonna go ahead and add here 4 contracts, but
Right.
So far so good. This past 14-day win streak for me in this live account. It's not day. It's like we had a vacation, we had weekends, so it's technically 3 weeks, right? 14 days, 14 trading days in this live account, and that's almost a month, man. 20 trading days in a month, right?
Yeah, it's more than a half a month of trading.
Yeah. And it's been good. I'm just continuing to take these base hits, small size base hits, showing it, demonstrating it, and seeing if we could finish off this year on a positive note. So each trade I take it with confidence, and I demonstrate it.
I'm looking at micro Bitcoin here.
Oh yeah, let's. I'm gonna pass it to your charts. Let's see what do you see in the Bitcoin, because apparently, yeah, I've been very focused on the crypto past week.
There's a little bit of selling coming in here. Looking at this is the box I have mapped out here is the first half an hour of the Globex session. We are getting volume to start to leave that range to the downside, but really, I think micro Bitcoin is more interesting on the daily chart. Because we keep rejecting at the 20-day moving average, which is this yellow line here. We can see it was the high of the day today. And what I'm looking for is the market's response to this November 21st candle. Kind of like shorts into this candle, to be honest. We had what looks like a little, maybe some short covering. Bitcoin was down 35%. We trade into 80,000 and then see a little bit of a bounce, but that bounce really hasn't sustained. If I was long Bitcoin, I would want to see a daily candle close above this 20-day moving average, and we've just been rejecting there the entire time. So down about 0.75% right now. I don't hate shorts here. Yeah, I'm going to take one actually. I'm short micro Bitcoin, just a one lot, risking about $120.
I know the spot market's been hovering back and forth around 90,000 even, and spot sitting at $90,036. I'm adding to this long gold here. So
all right, I'm short 2, risking $200.
Okay, short to micro Bitcoin.
About a 1.5 risk to reward on this trade.
All right. Yep, I'm long 5 contracts here in the micro gold. It's a little bit bigger size than I normally have been taking, but remember, I talked about it. There's 2 sides of the coin. When we have increased volatility, we want to size down, right? Size down and widen stops. But now, over the past week, it's been decreased volatility, which, if sizing down wide stops during high times of volatility, then the opposite's true, right? Where we have slower markets, decreased volatility, then there's an argument to be made to increase your size and tighten your stops, right? You'd be risking the same dollar amount, but you just are adjusting the way you are trading the markets with sizing.
So you're long what, 8 now?
5. I'm
5,
long
gotcha.
5 contracts from 42.25 here in gold. My stop loss is at 42.16, and I love to cut trades early, especially when they're going against me. So we'll see how we consolidate here.
What am I drinking? I'm drinking honestly, the worst flavor Spindrift. The lime, it's just not good.
What's Spindrift?
Sparkling water.
Ah.
Flavored sparkling water, but lime is just not it. The blood orange flavor is great, but you know what they do? They throw all the flavors that no one wants in the variety pack.
So that's like the last ones, like you drink the rest,
that's exactly it. I went in my refrigerator. I'm like, I gotta go grocery shopping because all I have is lime left, and we can't do that.
I don't think I've had a Spindrift. Not that I could think.
They're good.
Not off the top of my head. Anyway, I'm gonna go through some of these hashtag slow markets. See, this is what I'm referring to, everybody. Hashtag slow markets on the links on the YouTube. And this is exactly what I want to see. We have, traders are tuning in. I know when me and you did the trader meetup, Coach Jay, we talked to some traders and they're like, man, we watch you every single night or, most nights over the past year, 2 years. And it's a beautiful thing to see. But look at this one here. Here you go. Grip South, Florida, man cave trades. There's your setup. Love seeing these trader setups. You are an avid viewer. Always appreciate. That's a nice setup. It is. Yeah. That went from pictures to short clips. Love it. So there's this beautiful example. I don't know about this one though.
What's that?
Some of them I just don't know.
Like you gotta be careful sharing, right?
Yeah, I gotta be careful sharing. I always have to filter through some of them while we're watching gold hang between 42.23 and my entry 42.25. I bought the high. So far tonight.
It's the high for now.
So far, for now.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. But above those 26s, I really do like this trade. I might even join you on this trade, but.
Depending on how it works, I might just cut this. I don't like hanging on to losing trades, man. It's just something about it. I don't like seeing red on the screen.
Just change your unrealized P&L color and it's change it to neutral. So whether you win or lose, you don't know. You just trade.
Here's this one. Here's an interesting one. Governor FOMO. Ask my crystal ball where gold was heading. It showed Coach Dakota throwing jabs, but you're long 42.18. So you are in the same direction, but a better price. You got long down here. So, if only.
Dakota in the crystal ball is pretty funny.
Yeah, that's.
Someone wants to know how you change the colors real quick. Dakota, if you can move it over to my screen.
Of course.
Click this little settings gear on Topstep X, and you go to miscellaneous, and here is the hex code that I'm using right now, 313131. You can see it's just gray. But you can make it whatever color you want.
Okay. Yes, sir. It says gold's gonna dump. Are you trading the short side if you believe this gold's gonna dump?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. You shouldn't come into the chat and say a direction unless if you have skin in the game.
Got Maui Man short from 42.25.
Okay, that's what makes a market. I love it.
Honestly, I think these markets are going to the right.
I mean, they're always going to the right, man. Especially before FOMC.
Yep. I think these markets are going to the right.
We did bounce off those 23s. We're going right back up to 25. Oh, I seen green on the screen flicker for a second. Gold's gonna dump in the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, it depends on the time frame, right?
Ty says, what? The markets are going to the right. They go to the right every day, right? Time is going to pass. That does not mean that the market prices are going to change. That's what I mean by that. And there's another question. I saw another question here from Precision. Can either of you guys give your top 3 trading books? For me, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, Trading in the Zone, and the Unknown Market Wizards books.
Ooh.
Or any of the Market Wizards books. Market Wizards books are good.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't read any of those. My top books are ones that have nothing to do with the market. They have psychology. Mine is number 1 is Obstacle is the Way. Number 2 is The Art of Not Giving an F. And then number 3 is The Alchemist.
There you go.
Yeah, just nothing related to markets outside of market psychology, which honestly, it is related to markets, right? I think market psychology is such a big part of trading. Someone says, love The Alchemist. Yeah. Or The Fish That Ate the Whale.
Fish That Ate the Whale.
Yeah. The Alchemist is an all-time great. Yeah, look at everyone reading The Alchemist. It's a great book.
Someone asked for a reading list. I got you. Give me 1 second here. Because there's one on the TopstepTV. There you go. Here's a link.
Okay.
Bunch of different trading books there. Shout out to Anne Marie. Her book, the trading book, is on there.
I'm clicking that list up. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Check out Topstep's weekly trading list. There we have it. Shout out to
gold
you,
above
Jay.
these 42.26s.
Yeah, we're sitting here. These 25 upper 25s. We're trying. See if we get through these 26s. Push session highs. Wish you knew how to read? That's all right. I'm sure most of these books are on audio.
Yeah, and if not, just ask ChatGPT to do a summary. had a heated conversation this weekend with my friend about AI, and he hates it. I'm just like, hey, man.
Love it or hate it, it's here.
Yeah. When is the Coach Dakota book coming out?
It depends.
Just 1 page.
Just BTFD, it depends. Yeah, we'll switch up the music, don't worry. We'll get back to some jams. I'm always looking for good music. For the chat. Well, we watch these markets go back and forth.
Yeah, I thought about just taking the $11 on the Bitcoin trade, make a cup of coffee.
Up 11?
Right. I was up $11. Now I'm down $1.50. But
okay.
Saw some green on the screen at one point.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Gonna
NASDAQ
pay for a coffee
now.
at some point this week.
Do you get Starbucks, Coach Jay?
I don't know. I got a coffee maker at home, so just use that.
I'm looking at NASDAQ. It's looking a little heavy, man. We had that nice pump at the close of the New York session and most of tonight. Now we're kind of just consolidating. We look at where we opened up price action. It's on this candle right there. We tried to break through the session highs. We didn't. Once, twice. And kind of consolidating. You can see where there's a nice area of support and resistance at these 680s, 690s. So it's going to be interesting, the price action going into tonight. It's Tuesday night's price action. It's the last day before FOMC. And all eyes on FOMC.
How do I sleep at night knowing I'm down 150? I don't go down 150. I win this trade. I actually can't say that. I have no control over what this trade is going to do. I just put on my risk and leave it from there. If I end slow markets down $150, I call that a win.
It's all relative, right? I
All
went
relative.
to bed down $250,000, and now you're telling me to sleep at night when that happens with a big trade going on. That's a little bit different than I'm down $1.50. Yeah, process over profits. We are right at my entry here in gold. Right at my entry.
Same here in this Bitcoin trade.
The likes are only at like 11 too. Dakota, check my trade. Well, you know what? Actually, we could do that. We could do it. We'll answer questions. We'll review this, and let's review some trader stats. If you want, you can tag me at #SoulMarkets, right? And you can tag me on there if you want us to review your stats. If not, throw them into the Discord channel at Topstep's Discord. Topstep's Discord. I have a Discord channel there. You can tag me in your stats. It's shareable. Coach Jay, are you able to demonstrate that, or?
What am I doing here?
We're demonstrating how they share their stats.
Oh, share their stats? Yeah, absolutely. So on the left side here, you have performance stats. You're going to click on this little thing here. Then you click the radio button and click share, copy link, and then post that link in Dakota's Discord channel.
Yep. Or just tag me on the Twitterverse.
That works as well.
I'd be a little more inclined to view the ones that are tagged on the Twitter. Be honest. And we were hovering. Someone says, "Why did you buy resistance?" Well, that's what a breakout is, right? I am looking for this market to break through resistance and keep going up, and I'm getting in early as such, right? What's my Discord? It's not my Discord. It's Topstep's Discord, but I have a channel in it. All the coaches have a channel. You know, Coach Jay, Coach Paul, Ray, Vince, man, all of them. And I'll put the link here.
There's a question here from Christopher. I talked about taking a little bit of a break. He said, what made me take a break? I just felt like I needed to. It really is just a feeling. I think after doing this for so long, you just kind of feel like you're in a little bit of a rut or just not executing well. And it's just like, you know what? It's time. I'm going to take 2 weeks. It kind of coincided with the Thanksgiving week as well, which is, traditionally slower price action. So it just made sense. But it was really just a feeling, right? Where, anyone who works a job, you have PTO, you take time off, kind of that same thing where it's just like, hey, feeling a little bit of burnout here from decision making. I'm just going to take some time off. Am I going to miss some opportunities? Absolutely. But is it more beneficial for me to take a step back, miss those opportunities, and then come back with a fresh mind? I think so. So I think you kind of just know yourself and know whether or not you're actually in a space where you're executing well. And if you're not, it's okay. Take a step back. Sometimes people feel like, well, if I'm not trading every day, can I call myself a trader?
Yeah,
you can.
Definitely. Oh,
you can.
Yeah, and to be able to know yourself to the extent where you know when you need to take a step back is just as important as knowing when not to trade, right? Would you rather take a break when you're struggling or just try and push through and keep losing more money and digging yourself in a big hole and making things worse? Athletes take breaks all the time.
Haven't had a job in 30 years. That's pretty awesome. Drops Homestead hasn't had a job in 30 years. What are my settings for the 20 EMA? It's just a 20. It's not actually EMA. It's a SMA. It's a simple moving average. Just default settings, 20 simple moving average. I look at it on the daily or the 30-minute.
All right. Yeah, gold's not going anywhere too quick, to be honest. So maybe we could take a look at some of these stats, and continuing to answer questions in the chat. Listening to this nice music. We'll say good slow beats. I'm gonna go through some stats. So as I go through that, we're going to continue to watch this gold trade. We are coming back down to these 223s. I'm not liking this trade as much now, but chop. So this is, how do we know when it's going to break out? Well, we don't, right? We never know with a 100% certain unless you have information, insider information, which is, you shouldn't. But there's clues. One clue could be maybe time, right? Maybe it's the top of an hour. Maybe it's the beginning of a session. Maybe it's a news event that can be a driver of a breakout of support and resistance. And then price action. And I based mine off of price action. We've been testing this resistance for a while. I did my review, my top-down analysis at the beginning of slow markets each and every night. So on a higher time frame, this is a nice level of resistance, and we were bouncing off of a even bigger level of support, which is these lower 4200s. And so I was looking for this market to continue up, maybe come test these 4230s, and that's why I got in early, right? Being preemptive, looking for that breakout. And does it work 100% of the time? No. I'm wrong. I'm wrong often, but I try and just limit my risk when I am wrong and maximize my my dollars when I'm right. It might break down too. You never know.
It might. I mean, those 26s keep rejecting for now, but you know, is it like, oh man, this is a definitive short? I don't know that I see either side, right, in this time frame that we're looking at. So if I zoom out, it does look like a better long in gold personally. But yeah, I think now's the time. Is like if we react to every tick on like you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
It depends on time frame. It depends on your process, right? Because look, a minute ago it looked like we might break down. Right now it's like, oh wow, look, we're right back up. It looks like we're gonna break up. Are you zoomed in? Are you trading this range? Buy low, sell high? Are you zoomed out? And you can honestly just keep changing time frames and see different ways of this market. So the best thing I could say and recommend is just stay consistent. Stay consistent with your time frames and how you view the market, because it's going to change. We joke around because you can honestly find a time frame typically that will correlate with your personal bias. It's like, I'm in the long. Let's find a chart that looks like a long, and you'd be surprised. You'll be able to make it up. This is, so far it's boring, right? Trading's boring. Oh, look, a little bit of a wiggle here. A little bit of a wiggle. What are we doing, Jay? We're sitting here on YouTube watching paint dry and getting excited over a little wiggle in gold.
I mean, if this closes above 26, man, I think this is a good trade. But that's a big if right now. We just had, a 30-minute candle close 4 minutes ago as well, and it didn't close above those 26s. I was getting in that trade with you if it did. But yeah, I do still like the longs, at least up to 37s.
Yeah, I like those 30s.
My micro Bitcoin trade is not looking great right now, so
well,
see, I may even cut this one a little early.
I'm long crypto, man, but different time frame for sure. I want to point this out. There's a reason why I call it slow markets. This is normal slow markets, right? We see increases in volatility. I use those higher time frames for a reason, but a lot of times this is how it is. There's days where it's like this before like a big news event, and you're like, man, this is so boring. It's trash price action. It's like, not really. Higher time frames, and look what we do. We sit here, we have conversation, we answer questions. I'm reviewing trader stats. I'm not sitting here making decisions in the market every minute, right? Just let the trade, letting the trade work out, play out. Not overreacting on every little move of this market. I've been in this trade almost since the start, and we've came down and tested these 22s twice, right? And not overreacting, just being patient, letting this trade play out, trusting the process. If we don't break out, then okay. If we do, then great. I have the chart up. I'm ready to manage it if the market does start to move. If not, I'm also ready to manage it that way. But until then, we are able to do other things, which, whether you're watching a movie, whether you're, getting some work done at home, or we're going to be reviewing trader stats here in just a minute. And I'm going through some of them. Let me know if you see anything that stands out for you. When you do submit your stats, the more description, the better.
Dakota, real quick, we got a chart request from Pete Tompkins in the chat. Can we review the Ultra Bond? So if you can switch it over my chart real quick.
Yeah.
I have not traded the Treasury products in the last 3 months, to be honest with you, and really because they've been extremely range bound. Looking at the Ultra Bonds here, just from a technical perspective, again, anything we say here is for educational purposes only, not any type of trading or investment advice. What I'm seeing is on the daily, we're right at that 200 moving average on the daily. We closed below it today. And then from that point, I have to go to the 30-minute chart, which is showing a little bit of a downtrend. I would personally not trade the Ultra Bonds until the New York session open. I know they do have the potential to move in the overnight session, but it's really low volume. So I probably wouldn't trade these until about 7:30 Eastern time, 6:30 Central. But right now what I'm seeing is a little bit of a push to the upside. Volume is leaving that range to the upside as well. I would look at this 30-minute candle here, which was 9:30 Eastern, and wait for the market's reaction to that. So far, it's holding above 50% of it. Volume's trading above as well. This looks like an upside target for longs. If we close above here, then maybe the 200 moving average. But personally, I would not trade the Treasury products until the volume comes in for the New York session.
I would agree with you. I don't think I've ever traded that, though, to be honest. I've looked at them every once in a while, very rarely, but I don't trade that. I've primarily a NASDAQ and gold. I look at Bitcoin. I've traded crude oil as well. And Nikkei, which is probably the most insane market I've traded. Off market, I guess, maybe. But this NASDAQ is something else, right, Kips? We're hanging out. It's looking like we might break out here.
For Pete Tompkins in the chat that asked about the Ultra Bonds, if you have a trade set up based on your analysis and you like this price level and you're short, take your trades, right? But, from what I'm seeing, if you just look at the markets historically, they just don't move a lot in the overnight session, right? So even if you like the trade where you are price-wise, just understand that you may not see any price action until tomorrow morning, right? I just wouldn't be surprised at that. But if you have a price level that you like, take the trade.
Yeah, no, I agree. And there's a reason why I love higher time frames. And you place a trade on a higher time frame, let it run overnight. We have a London session that Aaron trades. We get markets moving sometimes, and there's periods where London session has the best price action sometimes. And then they pass it off to the New York session, and it's just sideways. And you're like, oh man, all the moves happened overnight while we were sleeping. And when that starts to happen, I'll go over that during slow markets because I love to take advantage of price action overnight, place a trade, place orders, limit order, buy stop order, sell stop order, let them run overnight, and make sure I have a stop loss and let it play out.
All right, so I just added to this micro Bitcoin short, but I reduced the risk on this trade. Originally, I was risking $100. I was risking $200, but now I'm risking 100 with a 4 lot on.
Okay.
Saw some selling up here at 515s, so my stop is going to go right above that, risking less than I originally was on this trade. And if the selling doesn't follow through, then I'll just be out of this. But up to a 4 lot here.
Up to 4 on the micro Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm still going through some of these trader stats. We got a lot of them.
Let's see what we got here.
Gold coming down and testing these 20s, 21s, 22s.
At 26 level, man. I don't know who's up there, but
It's a heavy seller right there at 26.
Yeah.
We shall see.
It's like
We shall see.
Micah Parsons over there.
Micah Parsons. Uh-huh. We'll see if it holds. The fact that we broke through these 22s is... I'm not liking it too much, but I mean, look at this price action, right? Leading up to it, these higher lows. This could very well be a higher low. If I wasn't in gold now, long, I'd still be looking for opportunities to buy this. But I'm just going to let this play out while we review some stats. The first one I am seeing, the first one I'm liking, Yazzer, I think that's the name. I'll go through, I'll try and go through a lot of them tonight. XFA. First XFA to take a payout. So you took a payout in this XFA. Great work. Had a rough day today. Almost tilted. So let me check this. The one thing I always want to make sure traders submitting their stats, the more statistics you have, like the more days traded, the better it is for us to review them. Like this is good, right? You have more than just 1 or 2 days. There's a couple of weeks, more than a few weeks worth of data that we could review. These are good, solid stats to be able to, what mistakes are you making? What habits are you creating? What strategy you're using, rather than just 2 or 3 days. So the more stats, the better it is. I'm looking through this. Not too bad when it comes to average risk reward. Good. You're positive in the count, right? You took a payout, you said. So took a payout. You had one big red day to start this XFA. A green day that followed by a big red day. So far, I'm not seeing anything. You have one day you journaled. You're consistent with sizing. You threw in there was one mini there. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Micros.
Yeah, this is a pretty good card, man.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I'm seeing 1 lap micros, couple $100 trades. This is pretty nice.
Just keep it up. You're able to take a payout. Keep the small size. Keep going through this. And it sounds like emotionals are a bigger impact than anything else. Just following your process. Your average win duration, you're holding a lot longer than your losers. You can see that here over on your win rate, right? The longer you hold the trade, the higher the win percentage is. That's what you kind of want to see as a trader. The longer you hold your trades, the higher win percentage.
Yasser is in the chat and said that the mini was a mistake.
Okay.
Great job noticing that was a mistake. And then I don't know how long you were in that trade, but 1 lap micros, a lot of times you may be scaling in and out, which is probably what we'll see if we dig a little deeper into this, but you were in that mini trade for 6 seconds. And you realize that's 10 times the size that I'm accustomed to trading. I'm just going to get out. And you got out flat. Nice job there.
Yeah, great work. Here's one. It says, I'm debating on taking my first payout ever. Any advice? Let's see if it will load. Will it load for you, Coach Jay?
Which one is that?
It's Travis.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, debating on taking my first payout ever. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Shows unknown account. Yeah, no, that one's not loading.
Yeah.
Travis, see if you can share that again.
Yeah, see if you can share that one again. I'm going to cut this gold trade. If it sets up again, minus $300 on that one. I'll get back in if it sets again. You're still in that Bitcoin?
Yep, still in it. Pretty much right. Down about a tick or two on this trade.
Okay.
Nice call on the 75s. I'm going to be honest, guys. Sometimes we talk about prices. I don't remember talking about them. It's just like, honestly, that's the way I look at the markets though, right? It's like, all right, quick analysis. Where does this have the potential to go? But if I called out 75s in the NASDAQ, hopefully someone else traded it, because that is a nice bounce from that area.
On the NASDAQ bounced.
What a bounce. 30-point bounce from that level.
Are you seeing any other stats for some?
I'm looking through a couple. Some of them are not loading, but we'll see.
All right, let me know if you see any more.
I got you.
I gotta adjust this music. Thanks for reviewing, Coach. Of course. And here's the thing: we review stats, we review trader stats. They don't have to be that great. We learn a lot from others. We learn a lot from other traders.
All right, I think I just found one. 28. This is from KP. Let me share that screen with you, Dakota. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Not a ton of data in this. It's only 4 days of trading. I do like that the fact that you are journaling, but what really stuck out to me is a very small losing day. $20. It's hard to lose $20 in a trading day. And usually that's because we think, oh, it's $20. I can make it back up. That's a small loss. But you took one trade, lost $20 and wrapped it up for the day. I think that's great discipline as a trader.
Yes,
and then what I want to point out is the next day you made $1,100 trading micros, right? There was a 3 micro gold trade where you made $400 on, 2 micro NASDAQ. You made another $500 on, and another 1 micro NASDAQ trade that you made $220 on. When people say that trading micros, it's too small, I'll never make any money, it's going to take forever. It's $1,100 in 1 day, 3 trades. Now, is that always going to be the standard? It's not. But to say that you can't make money trading micros is just not the truth. I think most people in here would take an $1,100 trading day. But I want to do it. I want to do it trading the minis because it makes me feel like a trader. And my favorite influencer on Instagram said that if I trade micros, I'm not a real trader. $1,100 is real money. So I think continue to do that. Some of these days, the first day you had a little bit of a drawdown, but it looks like it's managed. All looks like managed losses. Continue to trade well, in this account. And I think don't feel the pressure, if at all, to over leverage, because all you got to do is put on a good trade and let it work.
Yeah. Don't anybody that's online that says says you trading micros isn't it. Yeah, I would have a hard time following their advice, right? Because I demonstrated over the past months, and I continue to see great traders and showing good examples here in the community, making great money trading micros, like thousands. And of course, volatility. It's harder to make $1,000 on a market that just goes sideways, but that's what comes with it. It's the same with minis. If you have a spike in volatility or during high volatile times and you're trading minis, really fast to lose $1,000 in a mini, like in a second. There's times where on the NASDAQ, for example, we'll see 100-point moves every 5 minutes, and that's $2,000. Insane.
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm back in this gold long. And I'll let that one cook for a minute. Let's see. We can keep looking through some more of these stats and getting to some questions here in the chat. And feel free, if you have any questions, just type it here in the YouTube chat. There's no question is a bad question. If it's an honest question. If it's an honest question, right? If you like, hey, Coach Dakota, what's a candlestick? I love answering questions like that. It's like, yeah, we were all there. We were all there once. Everyone had to learn what a candlestick was. Where were you at, Jay, when you learned about a candlestick?
That's a great question. I don't remember. Like actually like learning what the candlestick was made up of, right? Like open, high, low, close.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Feels like it just happened one day.
I'm trying to think of when I did.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was born knowing about candlesticks.
It was a long time ago, like I do remember trading on like the line chart, like watching the line chart.
Oh yeah.
But I can't remember when we.
Dakota, they want to switch screens. They don't care about my micro Bitcoin trade.
all right. Okay.
There you go.
There's my screen. Is my screen more entertaining?
I think it is.
Is it?
Maybe it's the colors. Maybe it's the color scheme.
It's the colors. Well, I'm looking for this long. I'm gonna get back in it. Let's see if I can get back into this. Looking for this to be a higher low.
I'll keep scanning for trader stats. I'll let you know if I see anything.
Oh, we got one filled. I got one. Someone says, less talk, more trades. Well, a big part of trading is not placing trades. You got to learn that. So Coach Dakota, you were long on gold for a breakout. What made you get back into gold as it's a different setup? Yeah, so my bias is still the same on a higher time frame. I was trying to play for a breakout up here. It failed. I lost money. I'm down $329 now. And we pushed down to these 19s. My bias has not changed. We're still holding higher lows and good market structure. And I'm willing to put on the risk to get back in the same trade. Now, if we get back up here, I'm going to be happy because I'll have a better price. I'm still looking for the same trade setup on that higher time frame. So bias has not changed. If we do start to break through these like 18s and then start breaking through these 14s, obviously, the more support we break through, then bias would have to change, right? You take a loss, bias changes. And it's part of being wrong too. It's part of being wrong.
I'm gonna move my stop in Bitcoin just a little bit here. Still risking less than the original trade. Original trade I was risking about $230. I'm gonna move this stop up just a little bit. 97.20 is gonna be my stop, just above this 3-minute candle high here. So adding about $50 to that risk. That's about $145. I did find another trader stat that I wanted to go over, and this is a combine, but I want to. Oh, let me find it. There it is.
There it is.
Is this the right one? It was a 50K combine. Nope. Hold on. Let me find it again.
That's an XFA.
There you go. Okay, 50K combine. Why am I bringing up a combine? Because whoever this is, Toka Trades, you are learning how to manage an account over time. This combine has been open since October. It's December. And there's a ton of trading days in here. And this is somebody who is not trying to rush the process. You don't trade it every day. You trade most days, but not trading it every day. It looks like managed losses. Some are a little bit bigger than others. A $600 losing day. But a lot of green here and not a ton of trades. Right. I think this is the type of trading when we talk about, how can you sustain an XFA, a funded account, a personal account, a live account? How can you sustain that account? This person is learning how to manage an account over time, right? You log in with the same day, log in every day that you trade to the same account number every day for 2 months. Where some people are just like, hey, how can I pass it in 2 days? I need to get to the money. Are you going to make $1 million a month trading this size? You're not, but you'll be able to sustain an account. And then when your account is big enough to be able to facilitate bigger trades, you're going to learn how to do that. Because you've learned how to manage downside here as well. You're pretty close to the profit target on that account. I wouldn't focus so much on it. Just continue to trade well. Your average wins are slightly smaller than your average losses, so maybe you could improve that a little bit, but your win rate almost 60%. Keep trading really well and maintaining this account.
It's survival, right? You got to learn how to swim. Be able to break even. Break even. That's one of the bigger parts of trading. If you can just break even for a year, you're ahead of so many other traders.
Right. And this trader is definitely scalping, right? 52 trades out of probably 130 that are here are under 45 seconds. Can I teach somebody how to scalp? I can't. I don't. It never really worked for me over a longer period of time. But, if it's working for you, the numbers are working for you clearly, continue to do that and manage your risk. And that's really, some people say, oh, scalping is not a viable strategy. You have to do this. I could tell somebody you have to do something. If they don't manage risk, they're going to lose money. So you found something that works for you, managing the account, keep doing that.
Yeah. Yep. Manage it. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Trade for tomorrow. Question. What's a good win rate? Well, a good win rate depends on what your risk reward is, right? You can't have one without the other. General baseline is 50%. If you have a 50% win rate, as long as you have a better than a 1-to-1 risk reward, you're going to be profitable. Obviously, you have to take both into consideration. The higher the win percentage, the lower your risk reward could be. Vice versa, the lower your win rate is, the higher your risk reward needs to be. It's more about the expectancy, right? Every time you take a trade, because I've seen great traders with, 20% win rate and they make money. I've seen great traders with an 80% win rate and they make money. They have different risk rewards.
Did you get back in that gold trade?
I did, and I scratched it, or not scratched it, minus $100 on that. Yeah, longs aren't playing here on gold, so I'm gonna wait. It looks like we might even start to break down towards 4,200 evens. Are we gonna see a breakdown?
Let's see.
You are still short Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, yeah, I'm still short.
Is Bitcoin still off here?
Nope. No, it is not. Honestly, this looks like a kind of a rounding bottom pattern here on a 3-minute. But if I zoom out, look at a 30, we're still under the 20 moving average, which my stop is above that. Still okay with this trade. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, whoever got short up there at those 26s, 25s, great trade. Hopefully they're still in it.
Right. Yeah, I'm probably going to stop that as Bitcoin trade here. I remember now what 675 was in the NASDAQ. For anyone who joins at the buzzer, what is this white line right here? That is why 675 was the target to the downside.
Is that the 200?
That is the 200 moving average on the 30-minute.
All right. Okay.
And RJS says, why use simple moving averages instead of exponential? Because it stopped to the tick. Now, is that going to happen all the time? It's not, of course, right? But I don't know. It's just keep things simple.
Keep things simple and consistent, right? If you're always switching indicators and switching this and switching that, then you have a hard time keeping it simple. You really do. It really is. I've went through that many times, Coach Jay. Going through so many indicators when I first started, trying to figure out which was best for stocks and options, and it doesn't end well sometimes.
No, if you're trying to find the perfect indicators, just whoa, big selling there in silver. Silver just sold off heavy here.
All right, I'm gonna jump into a short gold as this. I'm getting in with this market. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of heavy
something
selling.
Just happened there. Nice selling.
Can we see? Are we gonna see 4,200 evens? You have silver up?
That was my target earlier. I did have silver up, but I just switched over to gold. Silver just had some heavy selling coming in here. Down about 0.25% in the last minute. And it's kind of been leading.
Let's scan the headlines.
Let's see.
Going through headlines. I'm not seeing any headlines yet, but markets are always quicker to the headlines than anything else, right? Markets react first. Always react first. Let's see.
Yo, did not see a headline yet. I'm
Not
listening
seeing a headline either.
to some audio sources as well. Not hearing anything yet.
No, let me check a few things on my end over here. This is the top of the hour too, seems like. Someone says Hong Kong open. Someone says it's the gold open. Gold's been open.
Yeah, gold's been open.
Yeah, it doesn't happen every single night, man. Whenever markets move like that, always check headlines. Yeah, nope. Bottom of the hour. Bottom of the hour as always. Looking at it, and at 8:30 p.m. Central. Gold open and dumping. Banana screen. Is that the yellow line? Do we buy this up?
I don't know. That was some nice selling coming in. I would wait at least 15 seconds or 10 seconds here for this 3-minute candle to close to see whether or not that's continuation flow or is that just going to stop there.
Let's see. Can we do a poll? I'll have to get polls set up again here during slow market. I got some interesting poll ideas. Interesting poll ideas.
Dakota, switch to your screen.
You want to see my screen again? All right, 1 second. I got something on my screen that I cannot show right now.
All right, there you go. So I'll share my micro Bitcoin trade chat.
Yeah. Everyone's addicted to my screen. They want to see.
I think it's the colors. I don't think they like the colors of my screen.
No, they love the 100 tick chart.
That's what it is.
They love the 100 tick chart. Someone says, how can I lock myself at only 3 micros? The risk settings? Do you ever lock yourself on contract size, Jay?
I can't trade the NASDAQ in this account. But specific contract size, no. No, but I just locked the NASDAQ on this account. But someone wants to know how you can change the size. I'll show you in Topstep X. If you go to settings, risk settings. Oh, let me turn that off. We don't want that right now. Contract limits. Put the symbol in and say I don't want to trade more than 3 euro contracts and add limit. And now I can't trade more than 3. Right in the settings there for you.
I might have to reshare this. 1 second. It's AI, man. Your friend was right.
What happened?
AI. Google Chrome's frozen for me.
Oh, really?
I gotta refresh it. I'm a little nervous to refresh it though.
Because it just like dropped the stream?
No, the stream would keep going, but it'll drop you. It'll drop.
Oh yeah.
It'll drop me or you in the music. The most important things is the. We'll see if it was.
What are my thoughts on the NAS? Yeah, go ahead.
Someone says Chrome is frozen for you too. Numover, it wasn't loading you. Okay, interesting. All right, we'll see. We'll see if it. I'm not gonna touch anything. We got the music going. We got you. Shanita says no. I got stopped out on the long. I'm in a short from 218.6, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, let me answer some questions here. We got one from Brendan. How do we figure where a take profit should go? Should it be I take it every time it's 25 ticks up, or should it be based off of market structure, mainly trading VWAP bounces? That really depends, right? It really depends. I think a good rule of thumb is looking for at a minimum 1-to-1 trades personally, but it really depends, right? The way I look at the markets is
It depends.
I want to identify a level, right? I don't want to think about how much money I can make on a trade. I want to identify a level that I think the market can trade to, right? So for example, if I switch to the NASDAQ, we're on my charts here. If I switch to the NASDAQ, the level that I talked about was 25,675, right? Now, that's the level that I think the market can trade to. If I got short here and I wanted $1,000, the market has to show that it has the potential to trade lower than this level, right? So for me, if let's say I'm getting into a trade here, right? Where does my take profit have to go? It has to go at the level that I think the market can trade to. Where does my risk have to go? For me, it has to go above these highs. So now at this point, I'm asking myself, there's a level of contention here that I think the market's going to trade to. Is it worth it at this trade location, taking this trade for 9 points, right? It's not about, I trade for, $40 profit target, 40 point profit targets in the NASDAQ all the time. You could, but the setup has to facilitate that, right? So just like we measure stops, I think profit targets have to be based on some type of market structure where you think the market has the potential to trade to. And then does your trade setup fit what you're seeing there? And in this case, I wouldn't take this trade, right? If we were trading at 25,680s and 675 was the target in the NASDAQ, I wouldn't take the trade, because if it just turns around and goes the other way, it wasn't worth it for 5 points to risk 30. Hopefully that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You still frozen there, Dakota?
Yeah, I'm still on this. Like, I'm watching. I haven't clicked anything yet. I don't want to click refresh. But
yep.
I can try and switch it. Let's see. All right. If this crashes, I'm blaming chat. Here we go.
Oh, there you go. There's your screen.
All right. We can see it.
Yeah, we can see your screen now.
All right. Okay, I'm not gonna hit refresh. You guys can see my screen chat. then it just disappeared. Yeah. No, YouTube's still running fine for me. Everything's running fine.
Stream crashed?
No, it didn't crash.
Somebody's just trolling. Don't do that.
No, I have YouTube up. It's not.
Oh, you have it up? All right.
Yeah, it looks like just Google Chrome was having issues. Well, when I have like 20 tabs open.
Right.
Yeah. I need to get a new PC. Maybe I get an NVIDIA. Maybe I get a new NVIDIA in my PC. Someone says, will we see the NASDAQ back to 420s today? Oh, maybe. Anything can happen. Someone says RAM prices are crazy.
Are they really?
I prefer Ford. What you got that one quick. You got.
Yeah. Only live accounts give options for micro Bitcoin contracts. No, you can trade micro Bitcoin in XFA or Combine.
Yep. I might just cut this one too. All right, scratch. 3 trades, 2 losses, and a scratch. We're bouncing right back up, man.
Yes, we are.
Less RAM, more dodge. Someone says, Dakota, buy this. Yeah, we did go down to those 214s and buy it. Now we pump up. NASDAQ looking heavy. We're range bound. Range bound.
Wow, silver just turned around. Retrace that entire move. whatever that
Long
sell-off
silver.
was. This is a practice account.
Okay,
I was just looking at something here. I thought about putting this trade on. I didn't like the risk.
Got it.
So this is just a practice account. Someone called it out in the chat. Nice call out. Said this is a J trade in silver, which is high volume. We close above the high. You long above this high. Stop goes on the other side. I just don't feel like risking $285 right now in a silver trade, but that is a valid trade.
It reversed and just breaking out now.
Yeah.
Dakota
See
getting
what the
long.
target on this.
I need to see the market structure to get in long. I don't want to just get in long for no reason because this was a level of support. I would still like my original thesis, but we would need to see maybe a higher low here. We'll see. We'll see. So I watch you in the afternoons, Coach J, at the buzzer.
Oh yeah. And so shout out to the at the buzzer viewers in the chat. I see Charles there and JD as well. And JD says that VWAP, and that's the one thing, Charles, that we talked about earlier during at the buzzer, right? There's potential for that to be a reversal, but what does volume stay from that point? And VWAP right now is still in the middle of that range, which if the VWAP leaves the range, then it's added confluence that this trade is trying to trade higher. But that also could just end up being the range on the day. So if you're long right now, technically it's a preemptive trade, but as long as you know what your risk is.
Yeah, I'm in a long now. I'm in the long. I'm going to add to it, though, if we start to build this one. If we start breaking back through this resistance, we could go back and see the session highs again. But this will be my last trade for the slow markets. This one might just be a scratch trade too. Sounds like, isn't this a short? I mean, if you have a short bias, yeah, like that's a decent one. Like this is a decision zone, right? Support, support. Will that become resistance? Well, so far, yes. I'm looking for it to break out though. Maybe I'm just not seeing the markets well tonight.
That could be the case, right? I mean, I think this is also a difficult market to trade right now. But
yeah, look, we bounced through those 17s. Yeah, I'm gonna get into another. I'm gonna add. I'm adding with contracts of two contracts, risking 245 here. If not, I might just call it a session on this last trade, depending on what we do. Depending on what we do here, there's always tomorrow because I trade the New York session. I will be on for fast markets tomorrow morning. But we'll see. We'll see. Trust the process. Trust the process. No matter how difficult it is, man. And sometimes it's difficult trusting a process.
Yes, it is. Do we have news coming out? Bank of Australia news. What's the Australian dollar doing right now? Nothing.
Some South Dakota Nikkei's moving. Yeah, we keep holding these 17s. I'm liking this. Carry trade fears? I don't know. If we could hold it now. That carry trade was crazy.
Oh yeah.
That carry trade. If you guys last summer, it was just that one was scary.
July through August, yeah, that was pretty wild.
All right, I will be on tomorrow for fast markets. You know who's going to be joining me? It is going to be Aaron. Aaron, he trades gold. Wonder how he's going to do tonight. He trades the London Open too, so he might be seeing the gold markets a whole lot better than I am tonight. Someone says that was awesome. The carry trade, well, depending on what side of the trade you were on.
Right.
And I'm just not seeing these markets well.
Hey, there's always tomorrow, man. There is always tomorrow. Curious how the chat is doing. Are you guys trading this right now? Are you guys seeing setups that you like? Looking at the tilt?
I see some
kind of 50-50 across the board.
Traders are. I seen some of them tagging me, and they're still doing well.
Oh, let me take a look at natural gas.
Add it to this one right there. Add it to this one.
Dakota, you know when the gold trade's really been moving?
When's that?
As we're supposed to end slow markets.
It has the past couple nights too.
The other day we were in that short, and it was
it.
like, okay, slow markets is supposed to end, and then little 5-minute overtime is when we got the move.
That's right. Yeah, last week. The same happened when I was on with Baron. It was the last little bit of the slow market session. We got a move. It was in the right direction too for us. This one, yeah. Well, you never know. I'm not gonna base anything off that, but
another half an hour.
Another half an hour. No, we got 13 minutes left. We got time. Not that song. Someone says my short is a valid play.
Yeah.
Hindsight, man. It looked good.
Got another request here, Dakota. Can we do analysis on the ES and NQ? I know you're in this trade right now.
Yeah. You trade the ES. You look at the ES a lot more than I do. I'll give an update with this gold if you want to take a look at the ES.
Yeah, let's take a look. All right, so on the daily, in the equity markets, especially the S&P and the NASDAQ, we're range bound, right? Look at the last week or so. We have been channeling higher where we have, today was the first day we taken out a prior day low in 5 days. But these markets are trading on lower volume over the past couple of days, and I think really just waiting for the Fed rate decision, right? So we see this channeling upwards, but not very convincingly. So what I'm seeing on the 30-minute chart is the 200 moving average, which is that white moving average on my chart. We can see we had a couple tests of it last week, though that's where buyers stepped up. But today we closed below that 200 moving average for the first time in a long time. So what I'm looking at now is, and we talked about this during At the Buzzer. Make sure you join At the Buzzer with myself and Coach Paul. 4:15 Eastern time every day after the markets close. We've had price trade above this 200 moving average, but VWAP, this volume here, never did. So this is telling me that this is a short. I'm looking for the market to fall back into the range that we're in on a higher time frame, with the final puzzle piece being the market's probably going to wait for the Fed to make a decision. Now, is that a guarantee that it's going to play out that way? It's not. And am I looking for a huge move? Probably not as well. In the overnight sessions, what we've been seeing is a lot of consolidation. Look over the past 6 trading days. The overnight sessions have been pretty flat. So I'm not super eager to take a trade here, because I would think that if that pattern repeats itself, tomorrow morning we'll probably be at the same prices. And then the New York session may give us a better trade. If I'm wrong on that, that's okay. But I just don't see a definitive trade here right now. Anything you're seeing on the NASDAQ, Dakota, you want to add to?
No. I mean, nothing's changed since we did the analysis at the beginning. We have FOMC Wednesday. That's going to be big, right? That's the biggest thing this week. Even last week, we've seen how choppy the price action was. And FOMC's, it's all eyes on FOMC. Honestly, we of course we could get, headlines like Nvidia headline, like the chips, patience. I think patience is going to be a big role until after we get a little more clarity. Someone says the Santa Claus rally. I think that's not right what we're seeing now because of the FOMC, and so I think it's more of just patience. Santa Claus rally maybe after FOMC. We could see something there. I don't know.
Yeah, these are Guess this is why they call it slow markets.
The slowest of markets.
Oh, JOLTS report out tomorrow. Does anyone know, is that JOLTS report like current data, or is that another backdated report?
I can't tell you. I know they were releasing some more. Jack was saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was current or back. No, I'm flat. I'm flat gold now. Minus $600. So, just not in the pocket tonight with this price action. I'll just wait and be patient.
Yeah, I think this is a test of patience tonight. Test of patience.
Just wait and see what happens. I'm going to be on with Aaron Trades tomorrow. And it's been a nice, slow, relaxing day. I mean, I've started sessions in the red before. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to force it. Tomorrow's price action. I don't have very much hopes. I was talking with the team, and maybe I get your idea on this one, Coach Jay. Win streaks. Have you ever let a win streak get to you?
Yeah, for sure.
How do you handle it?
You try not to think about it, but I like what Hogue said. He just intentionally takes a day off. Honestly, you try to go into every trading day with the thought like, hey, each day is a new game, right? But yeah, I think it's hard, right? You think about it. What I will say is, if you're thinking about the win streak and you notice it affecting your trading decisions, even if you're at a loss, maybe that's a great time to lock it up. Right? Let's say you have a small loss and you're thinking, oh man, I need to have a green day, and it's $100 loss. If the next thought in your head is, at least for me personally, if the next thought in my head was, I need to get this back to green for the streak, didn't say I did it all the time, but I'd probably be better off locking myself out of my account at that point, because now I'm doing things that have nothing to do with the market and have everything to do with keeping the streak alive. And sometimes that leads to losing trades. So, just trade, man.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about the win streak? How do they affect you at all?
Conversation, because I've been in a win streak, right? And right now I'm down $600. So it's like, all right, tomorrow's a new day, but if I have to not place a single trade tomorrow, then I just won't. I just, be in a situation where I have to close the day out negative $600.
Yep.
That's just the reality of it. To heck with the win streak.
Yeah. It's an ego thing to try to keep the win streak, to be honest. It's like
I've been there, man. Like, I've been there.
If it happens, it happens. It's just like, oh man, I'm seeing the markets well, I'm executing well, but to think that you have complete control over a continuing win streak is neglecting how uncertain the markets are. So just trade your process. For anyone that's on a win streak, trade your process.
All right. Process over profits. It's hard. It's hard to do sometimes, but yeah, I think that's all I have. That's all I have, man. These markets are just sideways. Chat's going. We have the song still going, and I'm not seeing anything. I'm happy to be only down 600. But I've had nights where this price action I was down a lot more.
I had a cup of coffee trade again. I had an opportunity to take this trade off for a cup of coffee, and it is back at my entry here. I may just cut this. We'll see. I'm going to give this trade to the top of the hour. If no volume comes in, I'm just going to cut it.
So you're going to look for the top of the hour and then...
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
Give the top of the hour an opportunity for some volume to come in.
We got 4 minutes. We see the price movement at the top of the hour.
Man, some of the comments that get hidden.
I know.
What? What is going on? I use VWAP. Can I please add the second deviation lines? We don't have deviation lines on TopstepX, I don't believe.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't checked.
I don't think we do. Nope, we don't. We do not. Come on, Bitcoin, sell off. $11 for coffee. Here we go. Take it off right there for $10.
Are you still waiting for the volume at the top of the hour, or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna wait for. We don't have to sit here and wait for it because honestly, this could be a very anticlimactic volume spike. But we'll see.
We got a couple minutes. Let's check it out. We got to check it out because we talked about it, right? We talked about how the top of the hours brought the volatility.
Here we go. Now I might get coffee for a week here. I do like 89 980s and then 88 450s as a target. But 90K is not going to be an easy level to break through here. $10 gets you half a coffee.
Let's get. Depends on where you're getting the coffee from. Is it Starbucks?
Right. Oh, we do have standard error bands. Yeah, I don't know. There's some standard deviation indicators here. I'm not going to attempt to use them now. But if that second deviation from VWAP is working for you on your silver trade, keep doing it. I personally, putting deviation bands on VWAP for me just confuses me.
It's been a long time since I used bands, standard deviation bands or any of that. Okay, we got a minute and a half to the top of the hour.
Don't be lazy, make your own coffee. I could do that too.
You have a coffee maker, man.
I have a coffee maker. It's definitely not me making coffee either. It's just
you just got to get the right
espresso pods.
The right pods.
Right. Yeah, you saw that actually the first time I used a coffee maker.
I seen that. Yeah, we was trying to buy clothes on a Sunday, which is illegal.
I had to call my sister. What coffee pods go in this thing? All right, here we go, Bitcoin. Somebody come in and market order sell 100 Bitcoin right here.
All right, here we go. Top of the hour. Nothing's big. Nothing's coming at the top of the hour. I don't see any data, but it's just we've seen a little bit of a spike right at the end of the slow markets. That's why we are referring to it, chat.
Phenom says, going to sleep seeing Jay, then going to see him again as I wake up. I really do want to say, and we say this all the time, but we appreciate you all joining all the sessions that we do at Topstep. We couldn't do these shows without you guys viewing, and making us a part of your day is pretty awesome. So appreciate you all being here. Let's see what happens in 1 second on this trade. Whole lot of nothing.
More than appreciate that. Traders dedicated, watching TopstepTV. And couldn't be more grateful, man. We always have fun, chat back and forth. We have an occasional troll or so, but overall, couldn't be more grateful, man.
Stop's going to break even on this Bitcoin trade. It's either going to stop me out for break even or run lower.
Someone says gold pump. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a bounce here, but nothing crazy.
All right, there we go. That is it there. If this does sell off below 90,000, I'll move the stop and secure a little bit of profits, but that has to happen in the next 30 minutes or so. I'm going to just shut the platform down and look at it tomorrow.
There you go. Green on the screen somewhere. Nice work, man. Love to see it. And chat, I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Jay, you as well. And then again tomorrow night for slow markets. Any last words before we end it here?
Trade well, everybody. Manage your risk. Don't try to force the market to give you opportunities. Just be patient, wait for it, and then execute. And I'm out there down $2.86 on the day. Can live to trade tomorrow.
Yes. Take care, everybody. See ya.